Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It is a Friday night and we are about to put this 12 valve back together. We have first started with prepping our GNR diesel tappet cover. This is probably going to be one of the better tappet covers that you guys can use if you're doing this upgrade on your 12 or 24 valve Cummins. And the reason why is because the 12 and 24 valve Cummins need somewhere to breathe their blow-by out. And the 24 valves do not have a breather on the tappet cover at all. The 12 valves do. It dumps on the ground, but usually whenever you go with an aftermarket one, they don't really have a way to catch that vapor and oil that it's going to want to spit out, because these motors do make a little bit of blow-by, especially under high boost. But instead of having to run to a catch can setup, the GNR has a built-in baffle, so the oil vapors are going to come out from here, they're going to be caught on this, they're going to drip back down, so you can actually just dump these pretty much straight on the ground as long as the motors don't have a ton of blow-by. That's what we'll be doing with this one. So these bolt on there like that. We have these 3/4 pipe to -10 fittings, push lock, like that, and then the hose will just basically bolt and go straight to the ground. So the first thing we need to do to install this is we need to clean our surface up on the side of the engine block over here. We want to make sure that's good and clean, and then we need to install the provided O-ring with the GNR diesel tappet cover on this guy, get that good and clean, and then we will install this with the supplied hardware. And one of the bolts goes behind the baffle, so you need to put the baffle on last. You can see that one bolt is hidden behind there, so bolt it on the motor with your O-ring and your shorter bolts, and then your longer bolts will go through with the separate O-ring and bolt onto the motor. So I'm going to go ahead and get it installed, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, now the tappet cover is mounted on the engine. You guys can see how she looks, good and shiny. It's like a freaking mirror. You want to get those pretty snug. You'll tighten one, and you'll go to the next one, you'll come back and it'll be loose. It's kind of that way until you get it completely sealed up against the block. But it is sealed good, and now we're going to install the catch baffle for the oil system, for the oil and vapor that's going to come out of the motor. So we got these are 3/4 to -10 female AN fittings. We have an O-ring right there. Did I say 3/4? Yeah, 3/4 pipe, -10, and then we have some -10 hose with -10 female, and we'll be able to hook those right on there. Those will fit really nice. So we'll go ahead and get this installed with our hoses. Alright guys, so now that the tappet cover is fully installed with the new push lock fittings, they're dumping. I just run them down there alongside the frame rail, just kind of point them at the ground. Nice clean way to clean up your tappet cover, and just looks really good. Looks really good installed on there. So now we're going to put the injection pump back on. Alright guys, I got Mason down there holding the engine, so the pump is all tight to the engine, to the timing cover, and we have the pump pin timed right now. So he's going to hold the motor, and I'm going to tighten the nut on the pump to 122 foot-pounds. So it's important to have him because the motor is going to want to spin over. So we want to make sure that we get. Alright, you ready? Yeah. We want to make sure this pump does not move. Alright, I'm really starting to put some torque on it now. You really ready for it? Yeah. Alright, so now that I have it's at 86 pounds, I'm going to go ahead and pull my timing pin out so I don't break it. So I'm going to take, if you want to come over here, Skyler, that timing pin will, it's in the side of the injection pump right here, right down here. And it's plastic and it'll break, but it's at 80 pounds, so it's not going to slip on the gear right now, just turning the motor over. So you can see it'll come out right here. Get that guy out of there. And then we will be able to completely tighten it down to 122 pounds. Alright guys, about to stick the head on this thing. You can see the O-rings that we got cut into it. Just gonna go ahead and wipe it down, make sure it's good and clean. Nothing just from transporting it here got stuck on it, any cardboard or anything. And we have our block surface all cleaned up, so we're ready to stick this head on the engine. Alright guys, we got the head set on the engine, so now we're just going through and installing our exotic head studs Love the way these install. It's pretty much all I use at this point, but head got sat on there, and injection pump's on, injection pump's time. So the goal for tonight is I'm just gonna get a torque on this thing, get one torque on it, and once it has a good torque on it, then we will let it sit overnight and probably check it again, double check our valve lash a couple times, and then we'll be ready to just put everything back on. I'll put the turbo and manifold and stuff back on. All right guys, we're now going on to the second torque sequence. As always, installing some of the exotic head studs, the 5.912 valve. Boom. Getting these babies torqued down good, and then we'll have to go through and set our valve lash. We also installed a set of diesel auto power push rods, and like I said, these are the exotic head studs. So he also got upgraded valve springs. I don't know exactly which ones they were. I just gave them to the machine shop for them to install them. So, yep, going good. Just gonna get this head torqued, and like I said, we will move on to setting the valve lash. We should be able to drive this thing tomorrow, so just gonna move on from here. Alright guys, about to fire this thing up. Get the first start on video. It is primed. We've already primed it, so it should start pretty quick. Got all four tight? Alright guys, got everything cleaned up in here for the most part. So yeah, it's been a long day. I'm pretty dirty. Got it running though. Still waiting on the thermostat to open up. She's getting warm though. She's getting warm. Alright guys, we are heading back home. Man, let me tell you guys, it has been a freaking long day. We got the 12 valve all wrapped up. Cameron actually came back and picked it up tonight, so that thing is going home. He has a lot of big plans for that truck, and it was really cool. If you're watching this, Cameron, thanks for letting me work on your truck, man. That thing's sweet. So yeah, we are heading home. Me and Caitlin, I think we're gonna go grab some dinner. Probably go get us a steak tonight, Saturday night, and yeah, just enjoying the weekend, guys. Getting these jobs knocked out, and just keep on keeping on, as they say. But just getting her done. All right, guys, I just got the 7.3 pulled in here because I'm looking at doing some front end stuff to it, so I don't really know what do I need to get. So I'm gonna get all that checked out. But anyways, that's gonna wrap up the end of today's video. Hope you guys enjoy. Be sure to hit that like button right there and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of the videos. We'll catch up with you guys on the next video. I know this was a short one with not really a whole lot going on, but it's just been a super busy day. So yeah, we're gonna get the 7.3 scanned, see why it has an ABS light on, and go from there. Really enjoying driving the old 7.3. She's a solid unit, and I really like this truck. So anyways, that's gonna wrap it up. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you guys on the next one.